What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So we finally have the new iPhone 15 Pros, and this year they come with a titanium frame. And you've probably seen this all over the internet by now. But if you haven't, this video is your one-stop shop to find out what exactly is going on. Now, one might call it titanium gate or fingerprint gate, and there's a few names out there. But what exactly is going on and how big of a deal is it? Now, initially when I pre-ordered my iPhone 15 Pro, I saw these tweets and I kicked myself for ordering the black titanium and not the natural or the white one because they are less prone to this whole discoloration. But what is it? Is it discoloration? Is it greasy fingerprints? Is it oil? Well, the answer to that is yes, yes, and yes. So yes, it's oil transfer from your fingers that's staying on the titanium framer on the phone and causing this sort of greasy and discoloration look. But is it permanent? Well, no, not at all. You can just easily grab a microfiber cloth and clean the smudges off and they disappear. You can also buy the Apple's polishing cloth, which in fact is compatible with the 15 Pro. So why is it a big deal? Now, when Apple announced the 15 Pros with the titanium frame, my initial reaction was, this is going to be better and less of a fingerprint magnet than the stainless steel iPhones we have had, and sort of closer in finish to the Apple Watch Ultra. But they are massively different in the titanium they use and the way that titanium is sort of finished. So the iPhone 15 Pro uses a PVD coating and it's brushed titanium around the frame. So it has that PVD coating on top for the color, whereas the Apple Watch Ultra uses sandblasted titanium. Now, Apple says this is grade 5 titanium on the 15 Pro, but there's no specific mentions of the grade for the Ultra. But I've had this for a year and I've never had any issues with smudges or with scratches or anything like that at all. And this is also pretty much close to the natural titanium color on the new 15 Pros. And that one also smudges. So you might be wondering why there is a big offset between the titanium on the watch and the titanium on the phone. Well, Apple uses the PVD coating, which I mentioned previously. And this is to give that color and the feel, but what it's doing at the moment is the oil is just staying in the surface and causing that greasy look. When Apple made that G4 MacBook ages ago, it also had titanium, but they used a different finish on it. And the issue with that was it started flaking off. Literally, the paint started tearing off the MacBook. So that's why they used this PVD coating. They did not use an anodized coating, they used a PVD coating, and that's just retaining those fingerprint smudges. But this is where it gets a bit more interesting, right? So my first reaction was, I'll just put it in a case and this issue's gonna disappear. I don't wanna clean my iPhone every 2 minutes. So case is the best option, but it quite isn't, because when you put it in a case, the buttons around creates this halo effect on the phone, which leaves a lighter color around the buttons as opposed to the frame around it. And you can just put it in a PVC or sort of a clear case. It's less prominent in these, but it's still there. Now, the other thing you can do is put it in a clear case or get a dbrand skin around the frame, which will sort of prevent this issue, but it's still very strange. And that's the answer really. Is this discoloration caused by your fingers or through the case permanent? Is it gonna be always there, and is it gonna make it worse over time? Well, we'll really have to test that. In my opinion, it should not. It's just grease. That's always been the issue with the other iPhones as well. The stainless steel was a massive fingerprint magnet. It didn't discolor the phone really like this, but it was still an issue. And it is to be seen really how well it's gonna fare out in the long run. I'll probably make a video to give you an update on how well it's fared, but it's just smudges. You can just easily get rid of them with one of these. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Which actually brings me to the second part of the video, the scratches, because apparently this new coating is also really prone to scratches. Now, you might think to yourself that this is titanium, it's not gonna scratch. Well, yes and no. So the titanium itself won't be scratching, but the surface on top, which is the PVD coating, is prone to scratches and will scratch if you have it against something sharp, or it can just accumulate scratches like any piece of tech out there. Now, because Apple is using PVD coating as opposed to anodized coating like they do on aluminum iPhones, it's gonna be visible, and if the scratch is deep enough, it's gonna reveal the titanium underneath. So just have to keep that in mind. Not really something to worry about, but how well is it gonna fare over time for both the smudges and the scratches is to be seen and is to be tested. So I will do that. I will test it for a month and I'll try testing without a case, which I really don't want to, but I will. And I'll get back to you guys with an update to see how bad the situation is. Is it permanent? Is it gonna be there? And is it something to really worry about? At the moment, though, just stick it in a case and keep polishing it. That'll prevent the issue for the most part. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. Stay tuned for more because a lot of iPhone 15 Pro and iOS 17 content is coming really soon. So stay tuned for that. Until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.